The Orza podcast is back. We've been away for quite some time. It's been since March, I think, and but we're back. It's July 6th. Sorry, the pod you're gonna hear was recorded on July 5th, but I wanted to hold it. I wanted to wait until after the World Cup games of today. We had Portugal versus Spain in a game that was tight. It was close. It was probably, in terms of the matchup and who was playing, the most anticipated game of the entire tournament, or at least the round of 16. I should say that. And you had the end of Cristiano Ronaldo. He loses, or Portugal loses, in a tournament that Portugal was poor. And it's really hard to not think that the problem with Portugal was that not everybody, a lot of those players didn't want Cristiano to end on the right note. And it was sad to see an icon and the greatest player for that country, in my opinion, the greatest player in the history of the sport, be in a team and be in a situation where people don't want to play for him. And you see the contrast between him and Messi, where every player on that Argentinian team, maybe for the exception of Garnacho, but everybody else rides for Messi, rides for him. That's their guy. That's their idol. They want to make sure that he succeeds. And you don't have that with Portugal. And it ends. And it was a sad moment. It was I was pretty bummed out for Ronaldo. But at the same time, Portugal, you've gained a lot of haters. Every single Cristiano Ronaldo fan that has rooted for you because of Cristiano Ronaldo after this generation of Portugal, you are in for a lot of hate. And if you don't win, if Bruno, Vitinha, and all these guys, if you don't win a Euros, if you don't win a Nations League, a World Cup, you don't win anything with Portugal, you're going to feel the wrath. You're going to feel the wrath, the hate, because of what you did to Cristiano. And that's where we're at. The U.S. bows out in a whimper. I felt like the stage was too big for them. I felt like they were too tight to start the game. And it was hyped up to be one of the most, if not the most important game in American soccer history. And I think it was too much. I think it got to their head. I think they played scared. I think they played tight. And Belgium took it to them and took advantage of mistakes. And by the time the U.S. was able to just kind of settle in, it was 3-1 and it was over. And so Mexico bows out in a heartbreaking fashion and the U.S. in a sad fashion. And we, here on this podcast at least, we're rooting for England. Jude, bring it home, or bring it to your home. And just anybody but Argentina at this point. Just don't let Argentina win. And I know we're asking for a lot, because we're asking for the end of the FIFA-Argentina relationship. But man, we need something. So Harry gets on the pod, and we talk about Mexico, and we talk about baseball, and that's the pod for you today. And I hope to be back Wednesday with another pod, if not Thursday. Either day, Wednesday or Thursday, we'll be back with another pod. But we're back. So thank you for listening, and I'll catch you later. Welcome to the Earth Up podcast. It's been a while since we have spoken, so welcome back. It's good to be on the airwaves for the first time in, man, since 2026, almost 2025. I don't think I've recorded a pod at all this year. This might be the very first one, and it's here. Let me pull it up. When was the last time I recorded? But it's been a long time. Part of it, it's I had gotten busy with work and school and church and everything else, um, and I hadn't made time to record. That is the reality of the situation. And so, one of the things that I had then been telling myself is I couldn't record until I I uploaded all the sermons on Spotify, and that had become the the benchmark. I can't record until I do that. A lot of it was just there was the conviction of not feeling or not feeling right that I was doing something on the side for me and not doing something for the Lord and not doing holding my end of my responsibility to push forward the the things of God. And so that was like a huge part for me to get to get on the right track when it came to the sermons and for the church to be able to have those. Um, and so once I was able to do that, once I got on track, I was like, okay, I'm able to post it. And so it had been like a few weeks ago, maybe two weeks ago that I was able to finally get it going. And so um, I'm back. I hope to record often and 2 to 3 times a week, two at the minimum. Three is ideal. Um, but I want to do it more. I love recording and I love just being able to share my thoughts and my feelings about uh, God and um, everything else. And so the last time was with Harry, March 25th. We did the preview, the MLB preview. And so today Harry's gonna jump on. I'm sure we're gonna talk about Mexico and we're gonna get into um, just where we're at with the MLB season as next week we get the All-Star break, and so it's kind of like a good way to jump in. Um, Obviously, I missed talking about the NFL basketball, um, but we'll get into um, basketball as it's coming. The end of the World Cup as Mexico gets eliminated today in a masterclass performance by Jude Bellingham, and in a game where Mexico, I think by and large, was the better team. They were controlling the tempo. They were controlling the pace. They had um, definitely more opportunities. And once England went down to 10 men, they got it's weird to say that they got better, but they got better because their focus was just out of control after they went down and they lost what after they got that red card. And so the goal is going to be to talk sports, talk faith, and I do have like a coffee thing that I'd like to incorporate, and that'd be more on the video side. But I'm excited to be back, and so Harry's gonna jump on any minute now, and so I wanted to do the intro before he got on, and so we we're approaching one of the points of the World Cup where, I'll do some World Cup stuff as Harry comes in. Um, and we're getting into the point of the World Cup where it starts to wind down. The World Cup final is July 19th, so it's There's 2 weeks left of this tournament. And so the heartbreak intensifies, and this is where legacies start to get made. Um, and so one of the biggest winners so far of the World Cup has been Erling Haaland. And Erling Haaland taking his team to the quarterfinals, and Norway playing now England on, I think, what is it, Saturday, I think it is. That's gonna propel Haaland as a main guy up a level. I mean, even possibly Norway, because we see with these countries that once they get a guy, all of a sudden their their ceiling kind of jumps up a bit. And we saw it with Portugal, with Ronaldo, that before Ronaldo showed up, it was like, Norway was fine, Portugal was fine, but they were nowhere near where they're at today. And so I think Erling Haaland is the biggest winner of the World Cup. And so Harry's here, so let's bring him in. Well, I mean, it's been a long time. It's been since March 25th. Um,
You got all the receipts on me or what?
no, I don't think so. I think we're gonna just start a clean slate. Um, I figured we start with Mexico
Do we want to
since
go this
that's.
this early in the
I mean, we could not start with Mexico. I mean, we could end it with Mexico.
this fresh? It's really fresh.
Well, that's why I figured we
Yeah,
start
we
there,
could go with it. Yeah, it's fine.
and then we just kind of go around
Yeah, it's
around
fine.
the
That
the
works.
league. Yeah. Um, what'd you think of the game?
Uh, I they played really well. They just made too many young mistakes.
Yeah,
Very the age showed the experience against age and it showed.
yeah,
I think the two goals. Hey, Bellingham is a world-class player. We can't really take that away from him at all. You know,
yeah.
you can't give these guys so many chances to succeed, and they're gonna end up doing it,
Hmm. Yeah,
Um, and I think Mexico gave everything they had. I just think it was just a little too late.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. I'm proud. I'm really really proud of the nation how far they went, and nobody thought they were gonna go this far. We were seeing them leading up to the World Cup. I think I was texting you. I was like, dude, this team's not gonna go do anything. This team is they look like they're not ready. They look like they don't really care because they're a host nation, so they're in automatically. There's no training camp or not training camp, but any urgency.
Right, right. Yeah, it's. I think it was. My fear was that Mexico was going to play, um, was going to be the better team, but England was going to be more clinical and they were going to convert more, and that's exactly what happened. Mexico had the ball longer.
Hmm.
Mexico created a lot of stuff. It's just they just couldn't get it in. They just Raul Jimenez has two that get blocked, and you're just kind of like, dang. Like if any of the two that go in, it kind of changes the complexion of the game. It
Yeah.
puts England on their heels, and who knows? Like if the
Well,
header,
the first one they
yeah,
stopped, it
yeah,
would have been 1-0, and who knows where it had gone from there.
yeah, yeah. I kind of felt like it wasn't going to be our day. And a lot of it is the baggage. And I've been here before with these hype games, especially with Mexico, and they just always end
Big game.
in heartbreak. And
But I think this one felt, I don't know, I felt okay with it. I thought they made the run that they needed to make, and I
yeah,
felt that they over succeeded expectations. I think the expectations were really low. Well, but for
yeah,
me and all these Mexican media people, the
yeah,
expectations were really low, with all this being very critical of the national team.
yeah.
Hey, what's wrong with Santi Jimenez? Can you tell me that? Has he been like the biggest flop in I don't understand.
Santi Jimenez is a very talented player who needs a very specific team around him to succeed. And
Makes
we've
sense.
seen this in Mexican soccer before, like someone like Jared Borghetti, for example, who was a very
Yeah,
limited player, and
yeah.
Santi's a better player than him. But one of the things that Mexico was able to do with Jared Borghetti was to build a system that revolved around his strengths.
Yeah.
And so, and it hit a lot of his weaknesses and it exposed a lot of his strengths. And a lot of his strengths were just putting the ball in the net. And Santi's one of these players that needs the ball at his feet very easily, very clearly. And maybe Mora becomes that guy. Maybe Mora's the guy who's able to do it. But he's not one who knows how to play with another guy like Raul Jimenez. He doesn't know how to do that. And so even when he succeeded at Cruz Azul, it was a very specific style that they would play,
Yeah.
where it was fast and he would get the ball and he would run with the ball a little bit. But it was like very geared towards him. And you see
Hmm.
that in Milan where he plays, where there are times where he's able to play with Christian Pulisic because Pulisic's able to do that. He's able to move and create and give it
Uh-huh.
to Santi to finish. And that's the thing that's tough, where Mexico doesn't have a playmaker to set the table like a
They
point guard
don't.
style.
They don't.
And so because they don't have that,
You think that's been the issue from past years?
it's
Actually, it's been always an issue in
yeah,
past
and
years.
yeah, and that's someone like Santi Jimenez needs that to excel, and Mexico doesn't have that, so therefore he becomes a frustrating figure because he isn't a natural scorer like a Chicharito, for example, who's able to move and he's
Yeah.
able to be at the right spots and where he doesn't rely on stuff like that. He needs someone to feed him, he needs someone to set him up. And that's why Santi struggles so much. And that's why he struggled for a while. And it's why if you've seen him with Milan and you think like, okay, well that guy plays with us. Well, Mexico doesn't have that. And so and it's tough. It's really tough because there's a lot more talent there. We just don't have anybody that's able to expose that. And that's the tough part.
Who was your player of the tournament for Mexico?
I think it has to be El Piojo. I think it has to be
He
because
played really well.
he just created so many
A lot.
opportunities. I think he had 3 assists. He was just able over and over again to deliver really good balls and really good opportunities for these guys to score. Quinones obviously was really good today. He didn't play well at all. But I think it has to be El Piojo. I think he was the most important guy for Mexico. And even today, I think he was the best player
On the
for
pitch, yeah. Oh
Mexico.
yeah. Yeah.
Jude was the best player playing, but I think for Mexico, I think it was El Piojo for sure.
Yeah.
And we'll see what Rafa does. It's Rafa's selección now, and
No, yeah.
we'll see what he does. I'm hoping because it's Rafa, the federation kind of backs off and lets him run it the
Which
way
is
he
not gonna
wants.
happen. It's not
I
gonna happen.
hope I hope Mexico sends more guys over. I hope
Oh, I
Mora.
think after today, I think we're gonna see some people get bought or get picked
Yeah,
up.
I hope so. I just think that's the only way. I think this Mexico finished this World Cup and they should finish with their heads held high. But the question becomes, okay, well, so what do you do from here? Because there's a very clear there's a good opportunity for them to take a step forward and for them to kind of like climb up into the higher
I
nations. And
Yeah,
it's
but these
just
teams are
what are we
loaded,
gonna do?
dude. Everybody's
What are we
loaded.
gonna do? And so I think Mexico has showed today that they can compete within England, that they can play better than in England, and they can be there. They can showcase that. And they showed against Ecuador that they're able to overwhelm a team that they're supposed to beat, and they were way better than Ecuador from start to
Yeah.
finish. And so now it becomes about quality. Can you create within the team and develop quality players that are going to help you take the next step? And that's really the question from here till uh what
2030?
2030. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll
It
see.
sounds far, but it's right
It
around the
comes
corner.
by really fast,
Well,
so
yeah,
it's an
you start qualifiers and then we start all this other stuff.
yeah.
I I don't know. I'm proud, dude. At the end of the day, like I said, we didn't think we were gonna be this far. Um, I think Mexico in general, just the city of Mexico, came out to play this in this World Cup. I think
Yeah,
they've been the best host nation in this cup. Uh, I don't. You went to the game. You went to a World Cup game. How about we bring? Forgot to
I
ask you
did.
about that.
I did.
How did you? What was the vibes? What did you go? Spain?
So
It was Spain versus Austria,
Spain
no?
versus Austria. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So Spain heavy. There was a lot of Spaniards. There was a lot of Mexicans rocking Spain gear, Spain flags, which I
There's a lot of
found it
Central Americans rocking Argentina.
I just found it really weird. But you know, uh, but it was good. It was a fun environment. It was a lot of fun. Austria didn't wasn't interested in mm, making it a competitive
Competitive game.
game. But Spain definitely is a lot of fun to watch, and um, it was just fun to be at a World Cup. It was just you could just feel the atmosphere is different. Everyone's it's just like a different feel when you're at a game like that of that magnitude.
What do you rate SoFi as in venue wise, in and out, um, a host, a host
Yeah.
stadium?
So I think SoFi is beautiful. I think SoFi as a stadium is a beautiful stadium. Um, SoFi also has a very and SoFi, Inglewood, Metro, they've all I don't you know, I would assume they're all working together.
Yeah.
But there's definitely they make it very easy for you to get to the stadium. They make it very
Okay.
easy for you to get in and out of the stadium.
You
Um,
use public transportation or you drove there?
I use public transportation, so maybe that's maybe my
That's they said it. Use it.
yeah,
When I go to Dodger games, that's what I use. I use public transportation.
yeah.
It's the best way to
I
get in
can't
and out.
I can't imagine driving there. Maybe if you drove to SoFi, the experience is different, but taking public transportation was just easy. You're in and out, and you just we were back at Norwalk within an hour, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
to me that you know that's just amazing. So yeah, I think SoFi did a really good job of hosting, of creating a good atmosphere. Of so when you go to SoFi for like a football game, you're able
I
to
went to a concert there, so
okay, so you're able to walk up to like the water area
yeah.
without checking in, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't need a ticket for that. So for the World Cup, you needed a ticket to enter into that area.
Oh God.
And so I thought that was really cool because they kind of closed off
The
a lot
public.
of vendors, a lot of people that would just be there just hanging out because everybody that was in the SoFi area had a ticket and was allowed to be there. And so I thought that was like super cool because you
Damn, so you
weren't
don't get no hot dog walking out?
no. So there's no
Damn.
hot dog. And there's no like the scalpers. There's none of that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I thought they did a really good job. I wish the Rams would have or the Rams owner Stan Kroenke. I wish he would have decided to go with whatever FIFA wanted to have the World Cup final here because I think it would have been an amazing final. It's just an
It was something with the
it's
regulations, though.
yeah
I think
they
from what I
need
heard.
they wanted them to take out some of the seats to expand the field and because SoFi is hosting the
Olympics.
Super Bowl.
Oh, the Super Bowl. Sorry.
No, the Super Bowl. Yeah, they said they wouldn't be able to put the seats back in time for for football season. Um, and so the World Cup is big, but the NFL is king in the United States.
That's true. That is so true.
Yeah,
It's crazy how they took off all the companies, the
yeah,
companies within. That's
yeah.
funny.
I thought it was funny how Levi's responded. Um,
On their Twitter, they posted they're the same sign, no?
yeah, yeah. I thought that was like awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
yeah.
Well, we'll see who's your prediction now to win.
Oh man, anybody but Argentina.
I think we're in the same boat on that part. Yeah.
um,
I was saying France from the beginning. I know
France
they
is
have
just
I know they haven't
France
looked good.
is, but they're so loaded, man. That team is. I almost don't want them to win either because it's just like, dude, like they're so
They're like the
good, man.
Dodgers of soccer in math.
Gosh, man, they're so good. I'm rooting for Portugal for Cristiano Ronaldo and England for Jude. I love Jude. So if either one of those guys
Well, me,
wins,
Harry Kane, because he took my
yeah,
name. So, and
yeah,
Morocco. I've
Morocco.
been saying Morocco from the beginning.
Morocco France is going to be a one fun
It's
game.
gonna
So
be that they have a good defense. If they could score, I think it'll be
yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
I think Morocco can hold it down, but scoring is kind of tough for them at
yeah,
times.
yeah.
Brazil got eliminated today. So
They
that
had so many chances. They created so many chances. They just couldn't put the ball
yeah,
behind the net.
that's good. Who cares about Brazil now? Brazil started in their reign, their time of reign is over.
Yeah, I wonder if a team like that ever feels um, like man, will we ever get back? You know, I wonder when that happens.
I think they will. I think they just you play soccer there all the time, so you got to develop them. That's kind of what trips me out about Mexico. That the sport is soccer, and we can't get past it.
Yeah.
Baseball, baseball, baseball. Let's
On
get
to
to
baseball.
what we're here to talk about.
Yeah. So we're up to the All-Star break is next week. We have
We passed our
had
deadline.
yeah,
We passed.
yeah. Yeah, we're
Hey,
way
predictions are
past our
coming though,
deadline.
which is safe. It's safe to say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Um, where do you want to start? What's the first topic you want to hit?
there's so much, man. And um surprise team of the first half.
Okay, let's do surprise team. Um, I
Want me to
mean,
go first? I could go first.
okay, before you go, Am I crazy to say that there's only one answer?
So we say it together, like one, two, three,
There's
say it.
two. There's two. Well, there's two. There's two. Right?
I got one because we
Okay.
were we were shooting that team in the beginning. The White Sox.
Yeah. It has to be.
Yeah.
That's I would the other team I'm thinking is the Rays,
Yeah.
but the
But the
Rays
way
have been
the way
the
the
Rays
White
have been
Sox
here
went,
before. Yes,
mhm,
100%. 100%. Yeah, wonderful story. White Sox game up on the Guardians 47 and 42 record. This is a team and I'll read you their record. Last year 60 and 102. The year before that, 2024, 41 and 121. The year before that, 61 and 101. And in 2022, they finished respectable 81 and 81. But this is the team that we were just like, dude, these guys are awful.
we both said
And
it.
now they're number one in their division. Now, granted, we've said it, we always say it, the Central is
Wow,
just,
wow, wow.
yeah, it's just who knows. But Miguel Vargas, your guy, All Star game selection,
Yeah.
it's just a great
It's
story.
good turnaround.
I hate it for their fans and because that cheap owner of theirs is going to think that like, yeah, you see, this is the plan, this is the way. But well, what a wonderful story.
Yeah. Montgomery's been coming in clutch. Murakami's been, well, when he's healthy, he's been doing
Yeah,
well. He did well. We talked about Vargas. Yeah, they're gonna get reloaded. That's the crazy part.
hmm,
They got the number one pick this year.
yeah.
So it's I think that whole White Sox thing is out the window now. They're no longer the joke of the MLB, or do we still say they are?
No, not at all. That I think that's a team that. Well, maybe let's wait. You see, and
No,
also
but I'm
what
saying they
makes
have a
it
winning
tough?
record, even if they go
Yeah,
whatever it is.
yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah,
still at a winning record. It's a healthy winning record. It's a five
yeah,
game winning record.
yeah. You're right. You're right.
So I wouldn't say it's like the Seattle Mariners, or not the Mariners, but the Rangers and stuff. Like they're 45 and
Right,
45, you know.
right, right.
Uh yeah, I think that's been the surprise. What about the other way around? The
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 biggest
team,
disappointment.
should we say it one, two, three, and then say it?
Let's do it.
It's automatic because it's we know where it's headed. You spend all this money and yeah,
Yeah,
one, two, three, the Mets.
Mets. Yeah, 100%.
Mm.
37 and 53 is just awful.
It's disappointing. It's like, what do you? And I just think, like they always say, money. That's what it makes the Dodgers look so much stronger in general because they know how to spend the money. So I think we could count in one hand how many flops they had in this ownership group. Yeah, I think the Mets, ugh, Marte was a flop.
Yeah,
Uh, what else was a flop? Uh, what's that guy that O'Neal?
O'Neal. Yeah,
He's in the A's now. He's
right.
nothing no more. Um, so they're gonna
What?
sell? So you think they're gonna sell?
I don't think so because I don't think they're gonna eat any of them. If you're if you're taking out anybody from them, you're gonna want them to eat a lot of that those contracts.
Bo Bichette has been a flop.
Gosh, Juan Soto, you've been out on Juan Soto forever.
Yes, sir. I just want to wait. I just wanted to wait till you said it. I don't want to. I don't want to get ahead of it. You know. You know how I
Uh,
feel. Lindor, 225. Lindor's been
yeah.
terrible. Hey, Juan Soto's had a decent year. It's
Yeah, Juan Soto's, I think it's
decent.
probably, he's probably the bright spot in that entire team.
But still, that shows that he's not a what people think. And I've talked to other people now about this contract, and I don't think he's worth that money. I wouldn't be even comfortable even giving him the Otani money. Like the money he got made now and that he's making now, and then if there was any conversation this guy was going to be the next billion-dollar player, that's out the question. You're
Well,
paying him.
I think what's tough about Soto is if you like if the Yankees would have given him that contract, he would look I think he would look different.
But compare the lineup of the Yankees and compare the lineup of the Mets.
That's my point.
That's a big difference.
No, but that's my point. I think it's he's worth the money. He's a player you get not to have as a foundational like Aaron Judge,
Yeah,
for as
I get what
much
you're
as
saying. I get what you're saying.
people
Yeah,
feel about Aaron Judge is a guy you build a franchise on. You trust him on and off the field. He's a leader. He's gonna bring everyone together. Like that's a guy that you would pay all that money and say, you know what, we'll figure it out. Soto's a guy you pay that money. You say, look, we are a player away from getting over the hump, and then Soto's a guy you bring to get you over. You don't bring him to build a culture
yeah,
on
yeah,
him.
100%.
And I think that's the mistake the Mets did. The Mets gave
So
Soto
wasn't it
money,
Lindor's team?
but Lindor's another guy. Lindor's another guy. You don't want to build a culture on Lindor.
But I think they were already set as Lindor being the leader, and then Soto's just gonna come in
Yeah.
and
Well,
then Boba. I don't know the reason why they got Boba Shett, but yeah,
well, I think they got Boba Fett because the Dodgers were in on Boba Fett. I think it's the reason why they were trying. I think it's the reason why they were trying to
well, he had what,
go
two good
after
games in the World
go
Series?
after Kyle Tucker. Yeah, he was hurt for the most of the World Series.
Well, he came back and he had those monster
Right,
games in the World Series,
right, right. But he
and
couldn't
they
move. Yeah,
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so the Mets have been a flop. So right now we speak is the Dodgers, the Brewers, the Braves, Seattle, Chicago, and the Rays.
yeah. I was wrong about the Braves. I won it. I also,
I think both of
but
us. I kind of I was out on them too.
I just was like, can we see it? Like before can we just see it?
Yeah.
Um, it's good to see the Marlins be competitive, and
They almost threw a
I,
no-hitter today. Or a perfect
yeah,
game.
it's so good to see those guys be competitive. It's just it sucks because you just don't trust that ownership group, but and I know it's a newer ownership group, but still,
Yeah.
like you kind of just the history of that team just doesn't. At least it doesn't let me kind of get excited. The Cubs have been very just like whatever. I thought they were going to be.
The
We
Padres.
we
Oof.
thought they were going to be like world beaters in that Central. We thought it
Hmm.
was the Cubs and then everybody else.
Yeah.
Um, the Pirates, like I was reading somewhere that they were going to be buyers, and I'm like, what?
Well, I kind of picked them, so I remember being high on the Padres. I mean on the
The Pirates,
Pirates.
yeah.
But
Um,
I was just being a little fanboy.
and in the West, I mean, the Dodgers.
And then everybody
You
else.
you might remember more better than me, but what was it like? Beginning of May, It was like a half game on the Padres.
Oh yeah, when they played the first time,
It was like
they're up and down.
sometime in
Yeah,
May, right? And then you blink and
early in the season.
it's
Early in the season.
yeah, yeah. And you blink and it's 14 games and you're just like,
Well, they were
dude,
in a big losing streak. I think they were what eight in the 8 game losing streak before
right,
today.
right.
They look pretty bad. They look bad, bad.
Are they gonna? They're the team that wants to be sellers, but they also don't want to be eating a bunch of that money.
Well,
'Cause it's like,
Machado, I think he gets some value out of him. He gets something for him. Tatis,
yeah,
like I said in the beginning of the contract, it was going to be one of those like flop contracts. He wasn't going to be able to fulfill it. Mason
like,
Miller. Mason Miller hasn't looked like Mason
whew,
Miller. Yeah,
no, he
it
hasn't. The guy that makes you sad is Andrew Bogarts.
the second baseman, shortstop, and right fielder, and what else does he play? Or not right
Uh,
fielder, outfielder.
oh gosh,
Hmm.
I wish, I wish we would have given him Trevor Story's contract because if he sucks in Boston, if this is Sander in Boston, it's different because like, well, he won
He
his
gets
two
the pass,
titles
yeah.
and he's like a legend. So it's like, you know what, we're gonna just let it right out. But to see him in San Diego and just struggling, and people are just like, "Ah, this guy," and I love Xander forever. So that guy, like to me, that guy is my guy. And so I was watching the game today, and I was just like, dude, like,
Three pitches in, or the
gosh,
three pitches in. The bench coach and manager get
yeah,
tossed.
that was insane.
It could be
Um,
one of two things. There's two theories behind that.
yeah,
One theory is Hughes as a manager. He's kind of frustrated over the losing streak,
yeah.
so he wants to get out as soon as possible. Number two
He wants to watch
is
Mexico England,
no. It was just one of those like he's just frustrated with everything going wrong,
right? Of course, of course.
and something so minimal flips him off, and then that's it.
Yeah,
That's one theory. The second theory is, and we'll see it in the next week or so, or a few days or so. He used it as a tactic to fire up his team.
right,
Why am I still in this game and you can't even figure it out?
right.
Like go figure your shit out
Yeah,
before.
yeah,
I'm still coaching, I'm still managing, I'm still in the game. Why aren't you
right.
guys? They won
Yeah,
today, so it might be a start of something.
we'll see. Um, the Giants.
They're
Okay, can I ask you a managerial question about the Giants?
yeah,
Because they brought in
the coach for the college coach.
yes. I didn't. Let's see. I want to get his name right. Um, Tony
Vincetti,
Vitello.
Vitello.
Um, and he was, Buster Posey. Whew, awful job he's doing.
He started
But
hot and then
yeah,
yeah,
um, he brings him in because it's wants to think outside the box. They were say Buster Posey was saying he reminded him of Bruce Bochy, and it's one of those, and that's one of those like I don't know, dude. Like just because he's dry and sarcastic, I don't think you should be comparing him to one of the really good managers in the last 20 years.
but Bochy played the game.
No, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like it was like, oh, he's sarcastic and dry like Bruce Bochy, and he's like, okay, but Bruce like that can't just be. It was kind of like when Don Mattingly was compared to Joe Torre because they were both like stoic and quiet,
Oh yeah, I
and you're
remember
just
that
like,
one.
okay, like but like Joe Torre, like
Played the game.
yeah, like he knew what he was doing. Like Don Mattingly's just like sitting there.
A
Like
first
you can't
baseman.
compare those. Um, So is it? And my question is it him? Is he too
It's part
gimmicky
of it.
for the pro game?
I think it's part of it. I think
Okay.
just seeing the results and seeing how the team is playing, I think he might be gone after this year, if
Yeah.
not in the next few weeks. I just think it's when you walk in a dugout, it's just we'll start from the amateurs and then we'll go all the way up to the majors. So when you're coaching the 8-year-olds or 9-year-olds, you're just, hey, let's go be a cheerleader, you know. It's
Right.
about the fun stuff, teaching the fun, the game, how fun the game is, teaching the little
Yeah.
fundamentals here and there. Once you get into high school, it's more of you're more managing personalities because you have people, you have kids from different households, different talents. Uh, and you don't get to, unless you're a private school, you don't get to choose who comes into your school and who doesn't. You're kind of living with whoever's in.
Yeah.
Or there's some public schools, but mostly private schools are the ones that get to choose what players come to their school and perform, and you're able to do that. The private school side of it, yeah, you're starting to manage people, you're starting to coach people for their grades, NIL deals or whatever deals they have, side stuff that they have going on. Uh, just in general, just kids. Once you
Yeah.
start going into college, you're pretty much dealing with people that have money, a little bit of money, you know, just a little bit.
Mm.
But out of that percentage, how many people make the majors? It's a very small percentage that from go to college for the major. So most of these kids they're talented enough, but they're not talented for the next level. They're good enough to play college baseball. They're good enough to go 4 years, you know, or 7 years, whatever it is nowadays that they do.
Yeah.
Um, Once you get to the majors, hey, everybody has a bank account. I'm better than you because I make $40 million. How much do you make? Oh, 2 mil. I'm better than you. I don't know how to listen to you. You never played the game? Okay, I'm not listening to you, buddy. Sorry, coach. I think it happened early on in the stint. I forgot what player it was exactly, but him and the manager got into it over stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just it's hard for somebody, you know. It's like when we're working, you know, we're at work. You have a manager that doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Which most of the time that's kind of the case, but you would want to work with somebody that's already done what you've done before. It doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean he's great at what he does. He might be able to move stuff around and do things right, but at least that he's done the job that you've done.
Mm.
So if you're a salesman and you're a sales manager, you go through the ladder, you know. That's kind of
Right.
where he's missing. He kind of skipped that. I'm a great manager in college. I have a degree, but you never play pro ball. You never play pro ball in your life. You don't understand what happens in the dugout, what happens in the clubhouse, what to say, what can you say and what can you not say. You know what that bad reporter that you don't talk to or that you
Mm-hmm.
don't take the questions from because you already know them from your playing days, or you don't take that interview. Um, and that's kind of where he's missing that part. And I think it was a very they reached for that hire. I think there was other talented people out there, but they kind of reached for that. He was
Yeah.
trying to change things up, the whole analytics. I guess everybody's trying to copy the Dodgers, and but you still need somebody that understands the game a little bit to have that feel of the game.
Yeah.
Dave Roberts didn't win the championships by analytics. He put both of them together. It's a proven thing, and I'm not making this up. You seen it yourself. We said it here in the
Right.
podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Got the analytics and then plus the knowledge of the game, and then put it together.
Yeah.
I know you can get out of it. I know you can get out of this inning. I got you. Let's go. Let's handle business. I'm gonna leave you in the game. Over here, no. Oh, analytics say this. Let me go do that real quick. But yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
This guy's been dominating. This guy's been dominating for 20 years, but we're still pitching to the guy. Oh, I don't know that because I never played. You know, I'm going off the book. Oh, this guy's hit him hard. the last few years. Just things like that, man.
Right.
It's just difficult for the guy. I don't hope he gets fired, but it kind of looks that way. Unless Posey goes first, because we can start with Posey and the whole we could keep going with this whole podcast about Posey's horrible job he's done.
Yeah, Buster Posey is.
We'll start it with Devers.
I mean, he's Buster Posey's lucky he won 3 titles with that organization because I think that's given him
Let's buy him an
just
extra few months.
all the leeway, because he's a legend. So it's not like
I
he's a
think he would have been
nobody.
a good manager, honestly. Like I think if he
I,
would have
I
pursued
think so
that
too. I
part,
think I think he would have been a better manager than he is a GM.
it's like what was their old coach that was in the front office that he managed the Giants and then the Phillies. What's his name?
For the Giants.
Yeah, but he was an executive with the Dodgers or one of the other teams. He was a part of that whole Tampa Bay regime.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Off the top of my head, I don't know. Let me see. Let me
I'm not
find it.
sure. But yeah, I think Buster Posey's definitely should be his seat should be mild if it's not hot.
Oh, Gabe Kapler.
Okay, Gabe Kapler. Um, it's just tough. It's tough too because they spent not a lot of money. They spent some money trying to compete with the Dodgers, and I think what we're finding, well, what we knew, but what people are finding out is the Dodgers aren't winning just because they spend money. They're winning because it's a world class organization, and
Yeah,
money doesn't buy you that. Money helps you keep that. Money helps you enhance that, but money doesn't give you that.
yeah.
And
I
so
I
that's where we're at.
that's kind of what the Giants and the Padres fail to
And the
acknowledge
Mets,
or
yeah,
no, but I'm saying in the West that
right, right,
you're trying to catch that giant when you should be trying to go at least go for the wild card. Let me that because that's gonna.
right.
But rumors are that some changes are coming, so we'll see. Changes in Major League, the whole infrastructure.
Yeah.
The draft's supposed to change pretty soon. We're talking about the whole draft, the ages, ages.
Mm,
Um, no more long-term contracts, no more deferred contracts. So we're looking at some changes. We could
yeah.
get to that one once it becomes official. I don't think we need
Yeah,
to
yeah,
we
yeah.
need to
No.
speculate on stuff. But once that
No.
does, if it does happen, because there's going to be a deal. We're either going to have a lockout or we're going to have a new deal signed from now to December. So
Yeah.
we're going to talk about it either way.
Right. And then in the American League, those poor bastards in Anaheim, uh
You didn't go to any of the game? The Boston was here, no?
they were here. Yeah. I didn't. No, I didn't.
Well, you don't want to.
I
Tickets are probably
just
like $4 or $3.
I, I just we swept the Yankees last week and everyone's like, "Oh," and it's like, dude, we're in last place, bro. Like sweeping the Yankees didn't really put a dent in our pursuit of anything. Like let's settle down. And plus, the Yankees were missing everybody.
That's a bug
So
going on. There's an injury bug going around the MLB, which is
yeah,
yeah, a lot of teams are getting hurt by it. So people's depth is being challenged.
yeah. But the Angels have the worst ownership. They're
So does
easily.
finally Mike Trout get traded between
I don't.
now and the end of the month?
Well, they finally got rid of their GM, so maybe this GM, this interim guy is willing to do it without doing the whole. Well, if Mike Trout needs to ask. I'm enjoying the fans keeping strong, showing up shirtless, sell the team. I was watching the end of the Angels Red Sox game after the Mexico game, and they were you could just hear them. You could just and yeah, I'm just like, yeah, let's keep it going, guys. So shout out to those guys. Hopefully, hopefully he gets traded.
Yeah, I
Send him to
think.
Philly. He's going to he's is he going to the All-Star game, I think, right?
Yeah. He's winning an Oscar game. Just
So
leave him.
just
Just be over there. Stay over
yeah,
there.
just be like, hey man, just stay with the Phillies. It's okay.
Don't even come back anymore. You're fine. You just got traded.
Uh,
We're gonna trade you in a couple of weeks. Just stay over there.
yeah, just stay over there.
Yeah, like we said, the West is the West. Uh, I'm still not sold on the Astros like being out like every year. They're
Yeah.
2.5 games out. The Rangers, the Mariners, the Athletics are still in there. Athletics are very impressive. Shout out to you. I'm gonna give you the your props.
Ooh.
Your jinx is good, better than mine. And look at where my ever since I ever said the Angels is
Uh,
this the Angels year to make something, they've been
for real,
in the same
it's
place.
been you and Artie Moreno are to blame for the Angels, the
Downfall.
Angels, the downfall of the Angels.
And then the Central, we got Chicago, like we said, Cleveland, Minnesota, the Tigers.
The Royals
It's
have been disappointing.
yeah, yeah. I thought they
This,
were
I
gonna
mean,
be better.
this might be a very easy no. Any chance Bobby Witt gets moved?
No, no chance.
Yeah, yeah, it's worth asking.
First All-Star game, so
Yeah. Um,
Minnesota, real or not? Oh, you want to play that? Well, want to do it now, or you want to?
you want to play that? Okay. No, I look. You know how I feel about gimmicky Tims, and Minnesota's a gimmicky Tim,
Yeah,
not real.
yeah. So it's gonna be between the Guardians and the White Sox.
I think so. Hopefully the White Sox. Why not?
Yeah, hopefully they go buy somebody instead of selling this time around.
Yeah, and
Um,
they're incentivized too because I mean
yeah.
of their
Well, they're
record.
they're about to get, like I said, they're about to reload. They have
Yeah.
they have some prospects in the farm system. They're about to go pick up the guy from UCLA. Hopefully, we don't
Hmm.
know yet. It's
Yeah.
gonna become official next week sometime. They're in the draft. They have the number one pick. The East, we got Tampa Bay, we got Yankees, we got Toronto, and I think we'll leave it there. I was gonna go to Baltimore, but Baltimore's just dipping slowly. So is Toronto's time done?
They definitely have the
Because you get to see it more than I do. You get to see the
they
East a
have the
little bit
wor-
better than I.
they definitely have the World Series hangover hanging over their head. Um,
But it was devastating. It was a devastating loss. So
I just I think to expect them because there was people expecting it. Like there was people who were I had seen people saying they're gonna run it back Dodgers Blue Jays, and I was like, I don't know, man. Like you lose a World Series like that, that's just
yeah,
devastating. Like it just
it was one of those. It was. I was in the other side of it, but just if I were in the Toronto side, I would be the same way. I'd be like, damn,
yeah, like that's one of those losses that stays with you for a long time.
because they technically blew it. You were up in game six. You were up in game seven
Yeah, at home.
at home,
Yeah,
and
yeah, it's tough.
so it's just safe to say that their time is done.
I think so. I
The
think
World,
so.
we mean World Series. We don't mean
Right, right,
playoffs.
right. I think so. I think The AL's been in a weird place because there's no
Well,
team.
we talked about it. Remember when the whole Astro era ended? We talked about
Right.
the whole change of the guard.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's, and even like you look at the Orioles, who were everyone's darling, and now you look at that team and they have a bunch of young guys, and you're just kind of like, are they any? I mean,
Well, Adley Rutschman has been a flop.
like, are they any good? You know, and it's just tough. It's a tough situation
That's a good
because,
lineup, man. They have Pete Alonso, Gunnar Henderson, Samuel Bassell, uh,
but it's not like a
Adley
team.
Rutschman has been oof.
Yeah,
Jackson Holiday has been oof
yeah,
187. Yeah, I think they were my darling too. So
yeah,
yeah, I'm out of their boat. Did we go through the NL already or no?
yeah,
Kind of,
yeah,
sort of,
yeah.
kind
I
of.
mean, yeah, well, I mean, we hit on the
Well, Milwaukee's
Marlins.
in first,
Milwaukee, I
Chicago's
mean,
second.
Milwaukee's
Gimmicky.
they're yeah, they're kind of becoming the like we're really good regular season team, but just don't trust us in the playoffs team. Um,
Yeah.
Phillies, Braves, I think it's going to be between those two who can give the Dodgers a better run for their money.
Does anybody give? At this point, have you seen anybody to?
No, not at
Because
all.
the crazy part of all this stuff, I don't think you might want to have a Dodger corner, but I think it's kind of so many injuries.
Yeah,
They've been injured
right.
and they're still winning 59 games. The
Yeah,
Oscar Hernandez has been out. Everybody's been out at some time. Will Smith has been gone for a while, and
yeah.
they're still winning ball games somehow, some way.
Shohei Otani and Dalton Rushing hate each other, and
Shohei
it's fine.
Ohtani. Yeah, life is fun. Yeah, that Dalton Rushing. I like him though. I like him. We talked about him
He,
in the last cast. I
he
don't know.
has the right personality to be a catcher.
Yeah,
He's just a young dude trying to,
he's fiery.
yeah. And you almost need that to be able to stay on that Dodger team.
You know what's crazy about this whole thing is that all the catchers that came after him, like in this whole injury run, I've never heard of them in
Yeah.
my whole life.
Yeah.
I was looking at the top prospects, like the Dodger top 100 prospects. Never Charlie Robinson or
Yeah.
Chucky Robinson, I think it was. I thought it was Charles Robinson's son for a second. I don't even remember that old 90s catcher.
Yeah.
But and then the kid that debuted today, shout out to that kid, and he went through some
Yeah.
stuff and he played.
Um, Mookie Betts, bad year or just hitting a different phase of his career?
I think we're starting to see the effects of shortstop come
Uh,
into play.
yeah.
I think I was talking to one of my buddies about that. Um, it's from being a shortstop to an outfielder is a totally different. It's taxing the body in different ways. And outfield, you don't really get that much taxing anything. In the infield, you're always active. You're always in the game. It's like a catcher. Catcher's kind of, I think, the worst one of all of the whole diamond.
Yeah.
Uh, I honestly, I think he should be back in the outfield. But
Hmm.
if they were up to me, I would move Teoscar Hernandez out of town, and
Ooh.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, just put him back out there. Well, you have Tucker.
How?
Tucker could play left.
Yeah.
Pages in center, and then Mookie in right.
So Pages MVP?
Pages.
I know. I just like to say it because
It sounds cool
well, no, it just bugs you. So I just say Pages.
because I used to say it too. So
Um, he's been incredible. He got the All-Star nod.
Yeah,
which
congrats.
fully deserving. Um, yeah, that guy's been raking all year long. So yeah, we
Yeah,
should give
yeah.
that guy his flowers.
After, well, I still have a little bit of issues with him, but I think his lack of hustle in the outfield, but I think everything else has been great. He was leading the team in a lot of categories early on in the season when
Yeah,
when Otani was having his little slump.
yeah.
Now he's back, and I was talking to my one of my somebody else about baseball also, and it's so like we started talking about like the Dodgers themselves, how they're getting older and stuff. Like, what do you end up doing with them? Because Shohei Ohtani's taking the DH spot. And
Mm,
other teams usually like let's say an example. It didn't happen to Ortiz, but Ortiz is statured, his body.
right.
David Ortiz, puppy.
Yeah,
He became a DH, you know.
right.
Couldn't play first base for the life of him. He resurrected his career as a DH. But like the Dodgers are getting older. You have Hernandez, you got Freddie Freeman that's old. You have Max Muncy that's getting older. What do you do?
I don't know.
He's pretty much holding that position down and holding it as holding it down, you know. And you're
Yeah,
gonna move these other guys for him. And at what point do you move on from them? Like,
yeah.
is it smart to move on from Freddie Freeman now?
That's so tough because you almost
Because you could get something for him back. I know it's out of the it's just a hot take and it's out of the question. I know
right,
management's
right.
never gonna do that,
Yeah.
but I think that conversation is starting to pop up now. Like, what are we doing, Muncie? Muncie's just, I personally, as much as people hate him in our side, I would go after Machado. Machado,
Really?
Machado at third base.
To bring him back.
Bring him back.
Interesting.
We'll stick it to them twice because we'll make him pay for him and then win the division.
Um, now, do the Dodgers,
Or Bregman. I wanted Bregman from the beginning, but
yeah, me too.
but then the argument is like you're going from old to old, a little bit older. That's kind of where the argument is. Muncie's a little bit
Yeah.
younger than Machado. And Muncie's bad. He's in the All-Star game, so
I think that another question that I just have to ask, and maybe they don't care, which is totally fair, but um, what guys become legacy guys?
yeah.
You know,
Well,
like
that's kind of where I'm headed. Like, when is it time to cut the or give him the Kobe contract? Like, hey,
yeah,
like, or the Kershaw
because
contract. Sorry, Kershaw.
right, right. Because they did it with Kershaw, and everybody understood what the Kershaw thing was.
Yeah, but Kershaw played since day one with them. I
No,
think
no,
the
but
only
it's
one that's like that would probably be like qualified for that kind of contract in a sense would be Muncy.
but so you don't think Freddie Mookie like I just
They're
think
they're legacy guys, but I think the organization can like Kershaw gave us all those years from the beginning,
yeah,
from he
for
was in the
sure.
farm till the end. These
Yeah.
guys gave us what, 6 years?
I know, but Freddie's giving you six like loud years.
It's like St. Louis saying we're gonna put Fernando Valenzuela in our Hall of Fame.
Okay, but okay, I'll push back. If Fernando Valenzuela has two iconic World Series moments with the Cardinals, it's different.
Yeah.
Like if you're an Atlanta Braves fan, just, cover your ears. But am I crazy to say Freddie's more of a Dodger than a Brave?
No, he's a Brave.
Are we sure?
I think he's a Brave. I think if his
Like,
career would end now, he would probably go into the Brave
are you
or go
sure?
half and half. Yeah,
Are you sure?
he
Like, you
cried when he
close.
left.
That's fine. You
Yeah,
close
but
your
that's
eyes
not
right
fine.
now. It is fine because what happened after that? Because I think if you tell most non-Dodger fans, like tell me a Freddie Freeman, I think most people are gonna think the one of the two walk-offs he hits in the World Series. I think you'll get Dodger moments before you'll get a
So
Braves
you're
moment.
saying like 88.
Kirk Gibson.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that kind,
exactly.
because
Yes,
he played with
yes,
other teams.
yes. I think that's where he's at.
It's debatable. I think at this point it's like how much do you want to win? How much is winning a priority and how much is legacy a priority? Because these guys are all coming up. Freddie Freeman's getting older. Muncy's getting older. Like if you had to pick those three, like who or Teoscar, who would you? Well, Teoscar's kind of I think the odd man out of all three of them.
I think Teoscar's the odd man out. I
So let's
think
say Muncy and Freddie. With two important positions.
I think you have to ride with Freddie.
Because Muncy's done some. Muncy's I think number
I
two in home runs in
I understand that. I understand that, but I think Muncie.
and Muncy's played longer with the Dodgers.
I understand that. I just think the stature player Freddie is trumps Max Muncy.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman's a no
Yeah,
doubt
Freddie Freeman. Yeah, yeah.
he's a no
First
doubt
ballot.
Hall of yeah, first ballot Hall of Famer,
Hmm.
and I think that's what like pushes him above Max Muncy. I just think when we're talking about I think, and again, if and for this conversation, we have to remove Dodger fans and Braves fans. But I just think Freddie Freeman, the walk off versus the Yankees, put him on that list,
Well, iconic moments. It's just iconic.
and then he does it again.
So do you put Jansen in the hall? Do you bring Jansen back in a legacy contract?
Kennedy Jensen?
Hmm.
No, no, absolutely not.
I'm just throwing you off.
I
You're
was like,
right.
what?
You're right. You're right. I'm wrong.
I just think,
No, that's true. Yeah, makes sense.
yeah, I just if you're the
Yeah.
Dodgers, because look, I think
Well,
there's
if you
an
don't count
argument.
2020, even if you don't count, let's say you don't count 2020 as a World Series, it's out of the question. It never happened. The world
Right.
flipped over. Whatever happened. 2024 comes up and this happens. Yeah, automatic. That's it. Discussion closed.
Well, I think too. On top of that, you and I talked about this. Fair or unfair, the 24 title solidified and validated the 2020 title. Fair or unfair,
Yeah.
winning it in 24 removed all the doubts, all the questions of 2020.
Hmm. Yeah.
And it just, because when I think of Miguel Rojas, for example, if game seven
That
doesn't
guy's in a
happen,
different. Yeah.
no. But if game seven doesn't happen,
Hmm.
he doesn't have his moment. He's not on the Dodgers right now.
Mm-mm.
The only reason why he's on the Dodgers and he's not going to get traded and he's not going to get DFA'd is because he had an iconic moment. He said, "I'm going to retire next year," and the Dodgers are like, "All right, dude, like we'll just we'll let it ride."
We'll give you that contract. Just
Right? Yeah. And
yeah.
so, yeah, Dodgers are in an interesting position because this is where,
Well, it's a re-sign year, I think. I think next year, I think his
yeah.
contract's up.
And this is the balance. This is where the balance of being a top flight organization and being heartless kind of this is this is the balance, and this is the line you're walking, and this is
Yeah.
this right here, and so that becomes the big question. What are you going to do with?
So his contract ends in 2027, and he's going to be 30 years old at the end of his contract.
So if you're the Dodgers, you're hoping,
He retires.
yeah, like if you best case scenario for the Dodgers is there is no lockout and you win this year, next year, four straight, fourth, win four straight World Series, and Freddie says, "I'm good,"
I'd be
and
good
that
right
takes
now.
care.
I would be good right now. He
and that
got
take
well, he has
and that
three technically because he won one with
right,
the Braves
right. But I'm saying like he ends up he ends up on the team that won
with
four
four straight
straight.
titles. Yeah.
He goes in the record like it just becomes a different level. And that's if you're the Dodgers, you're kind of hoping for that. You kind of hope he kind of gets to a point where he says, "You know what? I can't run anymore. I'm laboring. I got nothing to prove. I just had a kid. Like I just." And Freddie is one to do that. You know, Freddie's one to. I want to spend time with my kids now.
hmm
But who knows?
He's
Who knows?
Muncie's in the same boat. 2027.
Yeah, and Max Muncy. See, Max Muncy's kind of like a different conversation because Max
Yeah.
Muncy, he's 35.
35 right now. He's at 37. Or yeah, 37 because he's gonna turn 36 in August.
Yeah, yeah.
Those
That's a
conversations
lot of.
start happening.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm sure they're being had. I'm sure they're being had all over the place.
Well, they gave Max Muncy an extension, so I guess they're kind of like saying, "This is it, bro. Here you go. This is your last hurrah." And then,
Bye bye.
yeah,
Yeah,
bye bye, sir. Well, there's probably going to be somebody in the free agent list at that point.
yeah.
So I don't think you want. I don't think you want to talk about the Red Sox and their core.
Uh,
They're going to be
I mean,
selling,
we could if you want.
but this much in depth.
Well, like the Dodger conversation is a very fascinating conversation, and so I think to me, when it comes down to having Dodger corner, we know they're good, we know they're loaded, but it's to me the interesting conversations is not so much the day to day because that gets fun in the playoffs, but it's more so big picture stuff and what happens here and like because that because like the Dodgers are a fascinating conversation about team building and keeping that.
I think they're going to become a college course.
Yeah, I just think it just becomes it.
It's not a college course, a case study. Sorry,
Yeah, because I think if you talk to to
not
most Dodger
business.
fans who are who watch the Dodgers day to day, I think most of you guys are not sold on Dave Roberts. I think most of you guys are still like, this guy.
I kind of got over it already.
No, no, right. But it's still one of those like
Yeah,
if
yeah,
we're naming the top managers,
Yeah, he's still on my list.
Yeah.
I want Bochy.
And so, but he's also very clearly has turned himself into
He's a
one of the
winner.
one of the big game managers in baseball.
Yes.
And you just saw it throughout the last two playoff runs. Every decision he was making was just the right one at the right time. And the pulse he has of that team is just like, dude, you might we
Well,
might
they
not
haven't really
like him.
switched. They haven't really switched too much of the core lineup. It's been
Right.
sprinkling in.
Right. But
Like,
he has the pulse. And then I think what makes it interesting too is none of his coaches have gotten poached.
all they have, just they don't want to
Right.
go.
But like yeah, but and that just tells you a lot
Well,
about the guy.
Woodward, the first base coach,
Yeah.
he went to the Marlins.
Yeah. But I'm saying
McKill,
like
sorry, that was McKillen. Woodward is the
but
guy from the Rangers that came back.
but it just tells you a lot of who he is, the fact that he has that
Yeah,
unity with those guys.
yeah, that money doesn't take him away.
So yeah, I mean it's just fascinating. But yeah, we can talk about the crappy Red Sox if you want. We can do that.
What's
Um
what's fascinating about it? Are they
there's nothing
sellers?
there's no, dude, who knows, man? Who knows? This
I
is
was watching a YouTube on the Red Sox. So it's pretty interesting
yeah.
on how they've been winning a lot of the front office stuff. Well, the last one was that they won the Devers trade. They were breaking down the Devers trade, the Red Sox actually won because a lot of the stuff that came back, well, that went that way, is not working right now. And then that the Dodgers poach. Of course, the Dodgers come into that.
You
They
see, they
poached.
say that what I hate about that stuff is sure you got lucky and you got out of the Devers contract, but then you gave away the one piece that mattered from the Giants for Dustin May.
Yeah.
So that automatically kills to me we lost the Devers trade
That's what they were talking about.
because now we are left without the power. And you can say whatever you want about Devers. I get it.
Tibbs the
But
third, baby. He's killing in the minors.
we just do not have any power in our lineup. Endeavors provided that. Whether you liked his attitude or not, whether he was a leader or not, whatever.
Or they're saying that he didn't want to become a DH with the issue that they were having over there. And then all of a sudden he came over here and he was open to every idea in the book. And they
I
said
just
they say the trade was won because Devers has turn the big piece of it, he's turned out to be a flop.
I can
Like a massive
yeah,
flop. Not even like a
yeah.
minimal flop. It's been
Yeah, like when they gave him that contract, it was definitely a scary contract to give him because and we joked around that this has the potential becoming a Pablo Sandoval type of thing. So I get it from that standpoint, but you cannot. And I think this is my problem with Craig Breslow and with the Red Sox. Like Nesson would do this, and who's that guy's name? Kennedy, who is like the CEO of the Red Sox. And my problem with these guys is they'll say stuff like that, and they'll say, "Well, look, like we did this, and we did," and it's like, yeah, but you
yeah,
also
gave away everything
like
else. Or
messed up.
sign story and sign
Yes. And I just, or they'll be like, look, we got Wilson Contreras and he's been amazing for us. Yes, but you gave the Brewers an amazing pitcher. Like that
what
guy,
do
we
what
need
do they
that
give
guy
up?
here.
What do they give up for Wilson?
Let's see. But I think that's my problem. That's my problem with
I think they were
with
talking
the
about that it's getting to the point that it looks like a sale is coming, which we've been saying it publicly for the last couple of years, and it
it
just
was
hasn't happened.
cash. It was cash considerations.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, they're preparing for a sale and all this
Hunter
stuff, and
Dobbins. That's what we gave him.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, is it possible that they get fixed in the next 5 years? So let's say everything goes into like we go into no more deferred contracts, 5 year
Yeah.
contracts are the maximum. You're able to draft. The draft becomes an international draft, which becomes like the NBA. Pretty much, it's open to everywhere. Less
Yeah.
rounds.
Yeah.
Does that give a Well, let's set the record straight that they're not a small market team, but they just run it as a small market.
They just run it like it.
It
Yeah.
just because the example I'm going to give is it's a small market thing.
Yeah.
So with all that going into effect, do you think that helps the Red Sox or does it hurt it?
I don't think it does anything if it's the same.
Because we've
If
seen
the
it with the White Sox. The White Sox, the turnaround that we've seen
yeah.
from year to year to now, and it's not any thing going on with the Central because they've been playing other teams in the MLB. So that
Yeah.
has you can't say, oh, the Central's weak, that's why the White Sox are really good. No, they've been playing against other teams. To be
Yeah.
fair, they beat the Dodgers, so um so with all this stuff happening, do you think it helps? And I know we're getting into the whole collective bargaining agreement that has yet to be
Yeah.
signed, and we don't know what's going to happen there.
Right.
But just for sake of argument, uh, do you think that helps them or hurts them, or nothing, or just it just stays the same? And
I think it stays the same if the ownership group's vision is the same.
but they're running the team as a small market team, and all this
Yeah,
stuff
but
that's happening now, it's going to benefit the small market team, not the big market,
ye mm,
because there's gonna be
yes,
because there's gonna be a salary cap
for
or a
sure.
salary whatever
But you
salary.
also 100%. But I think it's also comes down to making the right decisions on players. And the Red Sox this since we let go of who's the dude that runs the Phillies now?
Gabe Kessler.
What's no.
I know it's not. It's a joke. He used to run them.
What's his name? It's gonna kill me.
It's what's his name's dad?
Gosh,
Mattingly or son?
no,
Sorry,
no, no, not the GM. The Dombrowski,
Dombrowski.
the president of baseball operations. Ever since we got rid of him, ever since we fired him, every single guy that has came in has made bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. And so
And he got fired. Why? He did something, no?
he just was spending a lot of money and they just
Was
were
he part of
like,
the move? No, he wasn't the guy that traded Mookie Betts, right? It was
no,
Bloom.
no. Bloom was the guy who traded Mookie Betts. Dombrowski was the guy who wanted to keep Mookie Betts. He wanted to give him a big contract.
But he
Dombrowski's
did something stupid and they got rid of him.
Dombrowski's biggest mistake was giving Sale that big old contract.
There you go.
But it's one of those that, and again, it goes back to the stuff we've talked about when it comes to building a team. I think if you're building a team and you have the right guy running it, you're able to absorb a bad contract like Chris Sale because you look at Chris Sale now, and Chris Sale now is Cy Young Award winner Chris Sale.
Yeah.
And so since Bloom,
Well, when was the guy from the Cubs? What's his name? Oh, Epstein.
yeah,
That was way before him, no?
that was way before. Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay.
like 2004. So I just think it's been a problem since Dombrowski left, where it's been a shift And I think if at the end of the 2018 World Series you would have told me the Red Sox are going to be the team you see today, none of these guys will be there in 2026, I would have like what like did was there a plane crash? Like what happened? Because and what happened was that the team infrastructure changed. And so the players that were being selected and the
Hmm.
people making those selections weren't trusted. So I don't care if they if they make everything better, easier for the small
Yeah,
market team, you still have to go and get the players.
true.
You still have to go and sign the right guys. The Tampa Bay Rays have competed over and over again in this climate because they choose the right guys over and over again and they develop the right guys over and over again. And so I just don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's a system problem. It's the people that are running the show and the ownership group doesn't they don't care about winning. They care about money. And because Fenway is a cash cow and people are going to go to see Fenway because it's one of the
It's a museum
cathedrals
now.
of baseball. It just they don't care about the winning. They don't care about putting a
Well, they
product
know
on
the
the
Bucks are going
field.
to be there no matter what.
Right. And so they don't care. They don't care about the product on the field. They don't care about any of that because it doesn't matter because all they care about is cashing the checks and that's it. And so that's the I don't think the system the new CBA will fix the problem that the Red Sox have because you look at, for example, the um, who's who's the guy?
For what?
There was a guy that last year for the Red Sox, he got they get like he was one of the dudes that the Red Sox gave a big contract to. Um,
In the current
he's not a
regime?
he. Yeah. Christian Campbell. Christian Campbell was
Oh,
brought up to the
the
team.
prospect.
Yes, he was he had what 238 at bats
Yeah.
and he struggled. He had a good like 2 3 weeks and he struggled because all young guys struggled. We haven't seen that guy since.
Never came
That guy
back.
hasn't been up since.
But he had a fat contract, no?
Yeah, they gave him like a
Wasn't he
big
one of the
contract.
guys that started this whole big contract thing
Yeah.
with the
Yeah,
prospects?
he played 67 games in 2025. He batted 223 and we haven't seen that guy. We
That's
haven't
when they
seen that
moved
guy
on to
since.
the outfielders, no? Your outfielder?
Yeah. And so to me it becomes a conversation about so what are we going to do with Christian Campbell? You gave him all this money. So is he just never going to come up?
And how's he
Is
doing
that what
right
we're
now in the
doing?
minors?
Like Brian Bayo, they they propped him up to be the next Pedro, and you saw him and anybody who saw him pitch knew this guy's
Yeah,
not
nothing.
this guy's not like
Pedro.
Pedro at all. And we have our I can't stand this guy. What's his name?
Which one?
And then we have Andrew Bailey, who's our pitching coach, and he's been a pitching coach for a few years now. And that guy's awful. And he's supposed to be a mastermind, and he's the guy who wanted us to keep one of the guys that we got in the trade for Devers, Hendricks, because he worked with him in San Francisco, and he's like, yeah, like I can do. And Andrew Bailey is a, whew, he's a moron, and he's
Oh, I
I'm
remember
so
him as a pitcher.
I'm just
I
so
remember.
tired of the Red Sox. I'm so tired of this team. I'm tired of the Red Sox media pretending like this team has a chance, pretending like the organization cares. Um,
You want to know what happened to Christian Campbell? I'll
sure.
let you know.
Tell me.
2026 minor league stats: 238 at bats, 2 home runs, 23 RBIs, and batting a whopping 214.
For sure. Yeah. But it's like, so who saw him play and said, you know who deserves a big contract? That guy.
Well, last year he had a pretty good year in Double A or Triple A. So
I know, but it's just what like are we're just gonna give our contracts to dudes that outperform in double and triple A? Like I just that's the part that to me
yeah,
I don't understand.
so he's
I don't get it.
a minor league 286 hitter.
Yeah, I don't get it. But he
He
got
did
a
do well
bet.
2023, 2024.
Cool.
Yeah, but he's falling slowly.
I just don't
Yeah.
understand. I don't get it.
And he's in Triple A too, which is
And
crazy.
yeah. So
Sorry to break your heart.
yeah, and then a big guy, Ranger Suarez, just nothing. He pitched today, 2 and 2/3 innings, and that was all. That's all he gave us. And you're just like, thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah, your prospects don't look too well.
And who knows if Garrett Crochet's coming back this year? Supposedly he is, but who knows? Roman
Ah,
Anthony, who was just an amazing, fun
the golden
player,
child.
just we haven't seen that guy in a while. It's
Sophomore
just
slump.
like it's just like I had text you. I'm ready for the Red Sox to season to end.
If
I'm
you're gonna
good.
become a Dodger fan, I already told you. The
I'm good.
offer's
I'm
still
good.
open to the day.
And I'm okay if like Rob Manfred, if you want to lock the Red Sox out only, cool man, go for it. Lock them out. Just use Fenway. Go to
Yeah, you
Fenway,
guys,
but
you guys ain't playing, so you guys are gonna become a museum now.
gosh, man. And you'll still make money, so don't worry.
Yeah,
Don't worry, Henry. You're still gonna make your money. Ah, man. And that's
but
Red Sox
I
for you.
miss putting you in misery. I
Yeah,
like
I
making you
mean,
miserable.
yeah. So do the Red Sox. So um, let's do All-Star game selections. They were selected today. Um, do you have any like objections to anybody?
Uh Mike Trout. He should
You
have
don't
been
think
in
he should
the
be there?
he should have been in the NL. Um, let's see. Well, the good thing about it has been 20 they added 26 new first time all-stars.
Yeah.
So Shea Langers, he's been good. Jordan Alvarez has been okay. Nick Kirks has been killing it.
Hmm.
Ernie Clement, I don't know why. Yeah, maybe. Nah, there's no other good second baseman anyways. Junior Caminero, Byron Buxton. Look up Byron Buxton's stats. I think he's the odd man out. Yeah, the NL, it would have been Will Smith, but Will Smith's not playing, so Drake Baldwin, Atlanta's doing well. CJ Abrams, maybe CJ Abrams.
Byron Buxton, 271, 25 home
Oh
runs.
shit. Yeah, never
Yeah,
mind.
he's been good.
I don't get to see him that often because I'm in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Um, no, it's pretty decent
Wilson Contreras?
as the bench or
Yeah. Another starter. Just is he a snub?
uh was if the team's in first place is kind of you're an automatic. He's gonna make
Yeah.
it anyway, so this kind of not because they haven't released the bench players yet, no? Or have they?
No, yeah, they did.
They did?
Yeah, our rosters have been released.
What the hell? Where? Oh yeah, there we go. Wilson Contreras. Hey, Hunter Goodman. It's a good. Happy for that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Uh, Ben Rice has been good.
Logan Gilbert. I'm surprised Logan Gilbert didn't get in.
From the Ace? No, not from the Ace, from Seattle, no?
Mariners. Yeah.
Yeah, Seattle. It's like, wait, the Ace. Uh,
Bryce
pitchers is
Turang.
hard though, because pitchers there's gonna be a lot of drop offs and then they're gonna have bad.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think about
Bryce.
the Bryce Harper legend pick?
It's in Philly. I'll allow it. It's in Philly. Just it's
Yeah,
fine. It's fine.
but as a legend pick,
It's fine.
would he's been doing that bad that they have to like
It's fine. It's in
that
Philly.
they had to force him out. Um, Pete Crow Armstrong. Oof.
Eggs.
Yeah,
He came after the Dodger fans and he hasn't been the same since.
this is compelling argument.
Brandon
Make.
Lowe for the Pirates.
He's always been good. He's been good.
Yeah. 58 home runs, 20, 58 RBIs, 20 home
50 home
runs.
runs. I was like, what?
No, no, no. 20 home runs. I don't know. He's been pretty solid.
Yeah.
Bryce Turang too.
Us so far it's been,
Yeah, there's nothing egregious. I think it's a pretty overall. It's a pretty
but
good list.
it's kind of hard to say it because with all the adjustments to who's playing, who's not playing.
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah.
know, All-Star games this is the best All-Star game, oh, in my opinion, of or take it back, sorry. This is the best All-Star weekend in major sports
Mm,
because I'm over the dunk contest.
yeah.
What is football? Does flag football? Mhm. Home run derby. Home run derby,
Yeah,
baby, all day long.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for that. But it's changing. I just hate that they keep changing it.
Well, they just gotta keep innovating.
Oh, here it is. The list of snubs. Bryce Terang, Michael Harris, Elliot LaCruz, Zach Wheeler, Sonny Gray.
Zach Wheeler, Sonny Gray's been good.
Yeah, he's a snub.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
No, I
It's a
believe him pretty
tough.
well.
Yeah, overall, it's been fine.
Yeah, Elliot
Overall,
LaCruz.
yeah, cool. Um, I think that's it.
Yeah, it's not too. Like I said, a lot of the stuff that came out during that time, it's stuff that we can talk about in the off season, and it's still not into fruition yet. So
Yeah,
a lot of speculative. Oh, what about the ABS? What do you think so far? We haven't gone over that.
I was wrong and you were right
Why?
because it's fast and it's efficient and
Let me hear. Can I get
it's
my
just.
flowers?
I just think it's you. I was completely wrong, but you were right about what you were saying. I watched too much NBA, so to me, I was stuck on the NBA.
The VAR or ABS?
Well, ABS, but it's VAR is different because VAR, like somebody's telling you to do it. It's not a challenge.
So
But the
would
NBA
it be
is
fair to
just
say for the ABS there should be somebody behind?
no. I think it's the way it works now is phenomenal.
No, but let's say an example like, yeah, I guess it opens up to transparency. I
Yeah,
would
I
have
just
said
think
like,
I just think the way it is now, where it's just the umpire says, "All right, the catcher's challenging the play," and then they just show it, and you're just like, "Boom, right there. You're right. You're wrong. We keep it
Well,
moving." I just think that's beautiful.
do you think they should expand it to more challenges or two is enough?
No, I think they should just leave it the way it is.
Two?
Yeah,
Any fix, any, yeah, we said it. Leave it the way it is.
yeah, just leave it the way it is.
Um, I think it should come out of the dugout though.
No, because I just think it takes away from the game. Because
You're
then
leaving it too
you'll
much to the catcher.
I just think if you're going to a game, you slow down the game
No,
because
you just push the challenge button. Like, dip.
I just I like the way it is now. I like just that it's up to the catcher, the batter, the pitcher.
So
I like
we've been doing this podcast since Manfred took over, no?
yeah.
And it's crazy how, well, my thoughts have changed from him. I don't know if yours have.
Yeah, we've totally we crushed him, but I think we've been very fair with Manfred. I think we've criticized him when he needed to get criticized, and we've also been giving him his flowers every single time he's done something good.
So do you think he's the best commissioner in major sports or top three? Sorry, it's a little overboard. Top three commissioner in major sports.
I think so, yeah.
Number
Yeah.
one's going to be the NFL, of course.
See, I think Manfred's the best because I think Manfred
Nah, it's a
has
bit. There's still a big chunk of the pie that they have to go after. At least I haven't figured it out yet.
yeah, no, for sure, but I think
The TV part,
yeah, but I think the NFL
they figured it out with the red zone.
yeah, but I think the NFL is in a very specific situation because less games
Yeah.
and I just think it's an easier job because you like because it's less games, you have more bidders that are willing to pay more.
Hmm.
And I think Manfred has done a phenomenal job of you have baseball on Peacock, Apple,
So what's your favorite all
ESPN
five?
commissioners.
No, sorry, you were talking about TV
Oh,
broadcasts. I'm in the NBC. I'm between
yeah,
TBS and NBC.
NBC does a phenomenal job.
They did really good. I
Uh,
watched it today.
yeah, I like NBC a lot. Ron Dar, you know I love Ron Darling, so I
We
mean,
love
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I just think he's done a phenomenal job. I think he did a great job of managing the ESPN thing when ESPN was out,
yeah,
and he was excellent in pretty much saying like, we want to continue to work with you guys. You just got to pay us,
yeah.
and ESPN paid them. So just like, I I
Nice.
I just love the way he did it. MLB TV is now on ESPN, which is like really easy to just like.
Really?
I think so. I haven't had any problems
So
with it.
MLB TV you can watch on ESPN, but you have to
Yeah,
subscribe. No?
no. Like if you have MLB TV, you can watch it.
What if I have ESPN Unlimited?
No, so you need the package. But
Mm.
if you have it, if you have the MLB
We
TV,
team shout
you're
out
able,
T-Mobile for the
yeah. Shout out to T-Mobile. You're able to watch. You're able to watch it on ESPN. The ESPN app, I should say.
hmm.
So I just think his job is harder, and he's done a phenomenal job with it. I think his
No, he's done a really good job.
the 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 time clock, which a lot of people hated, and now you just don't even notice it. I just think what he's done to enable the game to change and to get better is a lot more than what the NFL has done. And I think the NFL operates from a standpoint of power because football's so popular and everybody loves it. So I just think he has
Well,
you
soccer's
almost
king.
yeah, but even soccer, like I just think the NFL commissioner just it's one of those like, dude, just don't mess it up. Like just the like don't do anything stupid and you're gonna be fine.
I think he has more to worry about the players not doing anything stupid.
Yeah, and then even then, like it's just there's the rosters are so huge that you bring in another one. And the thing the NFL has been very fortunate is that the most important player for a football team is the quarterback.
Hmm.
And we don't really get quarterbacks that do stupid things off the field.
No.
You know, it's typically like a linebacker or whoever, a wide receiver. But you're not seeing like Patrick Mahomes in a DUI. Like that's not
Yeah.
happening. Like all these guys are pretty stand-up dudes who like are married and have kids and just are all about football. And that's like almost like what you want. So I think Rob Manfred's number one. I think Adele with the NFL, I think is two. And I think honestly, I think Silver's last. I think the
Yeah,
NBA
the NBA is
commissioner
falling. It's
is
NBA is a disaster right now.
is the worst commissioner in the professional sports. And I don't
Yeah.
follow hockey, so I don't know where that guy would land.
You should. It's fun.
I I just I would need somebody to teach me the rules. I just
It's easy. I'll
to
teach you.
just to jump into a brand new sport like that.
It's like soccer. There's an offsides. There's offsides. There's a goal. There's a goalie. 5 players instead of 11. We'll
Soccer on
go. We'll,
skates.
yeah, pretty much. Nah, it's a lot more
Yeah,
physical. A lot more physical. There's no flopping or anything.
right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean I think Rob Manfred has done a phenomenal job. And we'll see
I'm
how
just
he
tripping.
handles
I'm just tripping out
the
about
CBA.
all the. Yeah, that's gonna be a big thing for his job too.
Right.
This gonna be his second CBA or first?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, second.
Yeah. So see how he handles that. That's gonna be high up for the grades.
Yeah.
We don't want to lock out Manfred.
Get it done.
I do want more parity though. I think there's too much. The parity level is still not there yet. I think
I d-
if
so,
they create that starting point for salary cap, I think we'll be good.
yeah, I think they need a set. I think what everybody needs to be asking for is not a salary cap, but
It's
you need
just
a salary floor.
yeah, the floor.
That's what everybody should be asking for. I think
Yeah.
if you're a fan, don't get don't let these owners tell you that the problem is the Dodgers. The problem is not the Dodgers. The problem is the
It's
cheap
crazy that
owners like the
Machado
Red
came out and
Sox.
save protecting the Dodgers.
It's yes, because
Well, you know, there's
the
money in
problem
his
is not
pocket.
well, the problem is not the Dodgers. The problem is the cheap owners like the Red Sox.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is. The
And the
problem is that
A's, the Rockies.
the Rays, the Rockies, um, the Rays as well, the Orioles for a long time, the White Sox, pretty much everybody in the Central except for the Tigers. Um, the
Yeah.
Angels for the Angels bet money. They're just stupid. Um,
That's 100% fact.
I just think it's the Marlins, the Nationals, those teams are the problem. Those teams that don't want to spend money and then want to cry, well, how can we compete with these teams? Well, I mean, if spend money, spend some money, and so every fan needs to demand not a salary cap but a salary floor. And if we're able to get that, I think it kind of I think it creates the parity you're talking about.
I think that's gonna create that lockout.
And
That's gonna be one of those.
I hope the players. I hope for baseball's sake, I hope they do not accept a salary cap because I think that would destroy the game. I don't think that. I think everybody says they want parity, but what brings the most attention is when there is a team to hate, and we've seen it throughout. We've
Yeah,
seen it in baseball.
in
We've
sports.
seen it in football when the Patriots kept winning, when the Chiefs kept winning, and
When
everybody would say,
Messi
"Oh,
keeps
this is
winning.
awful. This is awful." But people tune in because they want to see the team lose. Hopefully,
Yeah,
that's the way it goes. This is the way it is. So
that's true.
yeah. Um,
Does Scuba get traded? I say
no,
no. I say no.
I don't think so.
I think the Tigers are gonna be stupid enough to keep him.
Yeah, I don't think so. Should
I
he
think
get
I
traded?
think I think
Yes.
they're asking for too much,
Yeah.
and nobody's gonna give it up.
No.
I think they're in that side that, oh, we're gonna control the market, which they can't
Yeah.
because they're in last place, and we're not last place, but they're the bottom dwellers, and people are gonna know they're gonna sell. Keep him
Yeah.
if you
They
want.
just yeah they have no leverage, and so yeah, yeah.
Cool.
But
Next podcast probably trade deadline, after the trade deadline.
after the trade deadline, we'll be on it. Um. Yeah. Do you have any parting words?
Um, no, just it's been a fun. It's a fun season, dude. Just seeing I'm kind of ready for October already and the Dodgers part, but I think everything else in general is just everything else in the MLB is fun to watch. I've been catching myself watching games that are not Dodger games.
Hmm,
Does that make me not a Dodger fan?
maybe. Just kidding.
Some people would say yes. Some people would say you're not a Dodger fan. You're not watching the games. No, I watch the games, but it's just not
Yeah.
my full attention.
Right.
There's other games out there because I need to be up to date with for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be. This is not a Dodger podcast. I wish it was, but unfortunately, we have a team in the East that hasn't decided to show up at the season, and we
The
can't make it
Dodgers
a
get
Dodger. Oh, there's so
plenty.
many podcasts now. It's
No, but
ridiculous.
on this podcast, they get a lot of love. So I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, but just watching, I think it's going to be interesting where the Central ends up. Scobel gets traded. Who does get traded? If the Dodgers actually make a move, uh, or not.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling they are going to make a move, and I think it's going to be a blockbuster
Ooh.
on our side. I think Hernandez is on his way out. Honestly, I think Hernandez is on his way out, and we haven't seen Blake Snell in a while, so I don't know.
You think Blake's on his way out too?
I would.
Interesting.
He hasn't done anything for us. He's hurt. He's what do you call it? What do they call somebody that's hurt all the time? Well,
Injury
that
prone?
glass. Well, Glass now's yeah, the Glass, but the other one, more liability.
Yeah. He's a big game pitcher though.
Yeah, but he's hurt. He's been hurt. He'd
Yeah.
rather be coaching these younger kids out there. I don't know if you've seen him
Yeah.
go like coaching the youth. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be interesting, and I'll see you at the other side of the trade deadline. See if we can
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Do
We'll
you
see how
have
it
any
all goes down.
words?
Um, it's been fun to see these this a new audience soak in the game of football/soccer, and it's
Yeah,
been fun to see just everyone getting adjusted to like the rules and what's happening and offsides and things like that. And so as someone who watches the game year in and year out, it's fun. So I've been enjoying teaching about offsides, teaching what it is, what it isn't.
How's your
Um,
wife doing with it?
she's gotten super into it. She's all for Team USA, so
And
she's
tomorrow,
all in. She's just like, "What
hey,
time is the
tomorrow's gonna be a big
game?
one.
What are we doing?" Da da da. And I'm just like, today she texted me. I was at church because she was sick, so she texted me and she was like, "They uplifted the suspension. He's gonna play." And I'm just like, "Okay, so you're dialed in. All right, here we go." So,
Well, they had to do it because they didn't punish Messi. So why are they gonna?
yeah,
Messi did it worse. The
yeah,
golden child.
and so it's been
That's good.
fun. It's been
I
fun
root for the
to
U.S.
just see that.
I think my line is U.S., Morocco, England.
Mm.
But just because Harry, he took my name, so I gotta, yeah,
Your tocayo.
my tocayo. Gotta. I was happy he scored today, but yeah,
All Harrys unite.
yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Nah, yeah, U.S. tomorrow. It's gonna be a big one. Hopefully
U.S.
they could pull
tomorrow.
it off.
Let's see what they do versus Belgium. But
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Well,
All right.
it was a pleasure. It was fun to do this. Uh, we're definitely back, so we'll check in a week's time or so
Mm-hmm.
and enjoy.
Yeah, get off and put on my Mexico gear away for another 4 years.
Yeah, put it away for the Gold Cup in 2 years, I think, or whatever it is.
Nah, I'm putting my Toluca
Um,
stuff, my Toluca
Get the
jersey.
Luca stuff. All right. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right, talk to you.